Hello folks, Everchanger here, and welcome to episode 100 of Pokemon Blaze Black 2. Last time, we conquered the Plasma Frigate. Or so we thought. Team Plasma got away once again, and they appear to be armed with the legendary Pokemon Kyurem. That is not something we want them to be running around with. So what I want to do in this episode is I actually want to stock up on supplies, because we're going to be going after Team Plasma in this episode, and we're not going to be coming back for a while. So what I want to do is I actually want to buy a whole ton of stuff, considering how rich we are. I mean, look at how much money we have. It's kind of insane, so I'm going to be buying a whole bunch of supplies. Some really good items here. Let's see. That'll probably be good. I also want to grab some full heals just in case, because we are in it for the long haul coming right up here. So let's grab, I think, 35 of these is probably okay. Alrighty, I think we're all stocked up on that. Do you have any specialty Pokeballs here? You do, but not the ones I actually want, so I think we're probably all set on that front. So anyway, yes. We are going to be going after Team Plasma, and it was mentioned that... Hang on, I want to try this. Sometimes a little event will trigger here. I have no idea what the criteria is with that. But anyway, it was mentioned that Team Plasma took off towards the Giant Chasm, which is actually right out this way on Route 22. And it is really hard to control the bike. Alrighty. So we are going to be heading right up here, and right on through Route 22 like you might expect. Now, we aren't actually going to be doing too much fighting against Team Plasma in this episode. This episode is mainly going to be exploring the Giant Chasm area itself. So we are just going to be heading right through here. As I was saying, right through here, there we go. Right over to this cave entrance right here. This is the Giant Chasm. Now, technically, there are portions of this cave that we could have explored when we came here the first time, but I figured it would probably be the best idea to just explore it this one time now. So without further ado, let us enter the Giant Chasm. Now, this area is basically a giant circle, so we are going to be going around the entire circle and exploring everything we possibly can. You're already here, huh? Anyone who tries to block us will go running away with their tail between their legs. Hey, it's good, we're all set here. It's finally time. Come on, let's go. You're all alone now. So, which one of us are you gonna tackle? Oi, it's me, the X-Team Plasma guy. The one Rude asked to be a spy. Oh yeah, I remember you. Being X-Team Plasma is really rough, eh? You know, N was so nice to Pokemon, and all I wanted to do was protect Pokemon from bad people. Well, I suppose. If we don't crush Team Plasma, then guys like you and that N guy will always be treated like villains. Okay, I'm out of here, David. Oh, thank you, that's so nice. Even if we said it was for Pokemon, in the end, we were doing what we wanted to do. Please excuse me, there's still something I have to do. The storyline is nearing its conclusion, guys. It's kinda crazy to think about. Anyway, in here, as you might imagine, there are wild Pokemon, one of which being Piloswine, which I think we had an opportunity to catch a few videos ago, but we actually never got, so what I want to do is actually catch this thing. And I'm pretty sure I just said actually around 4 times there. Really gotta watch that. There we go, Piloswine was caught. Really glad to have that one. It felt kinda weird leaving it behind the first time we saw it. With its excellent sense of smell, it's even able to find mushrooms that are buried under frozen ground. Very cool. In case you didn't realize, we are going to be seeing quite a few Ice-type Pokemon in this area, because as they mentioned, Kyurem is the legendary Pokemon of Ice. And Ice is a very big theme right around this part of the game, so we're going to be seeing a lot of Ice types going around here. Which is really nice, because in a lot of areas of this game, you only really encounter Ice types in winter, but here you encounter them year-round. Such as Seal right here, which we already caught back in the Seaside Cave. Although I'm pretty sure we can also find its evolved form in this area as well. Oh hey, that's new. I mean, it's not really new, but it is the alternate form of Shellos. We can find, I think this is East Sea Shellos here. If you notice, my Shellos and Gastrodon are of the West Sea variety, so it's worth noting that you can find East Sea Shellos in this area, which is pretty interesting. I'm not going for a full forms dex thing, so we're just going to ignore it though. And here, finally, we get TM13 Ice Beam. Thank God. I have been waiting forever to get a hold of this TM. I'm not even kidding. So let's see if anyone can actually learn this. I really hope someone can learn it. Alright, what are our options here? Looks like only Gastrodon is able to learn it, but I am definitely teaching that to Gastrodon, because even though Gastrodon has basically been our HM slave up to this point, I will be deleting HMs when they are not needed in order to make room for things, and Ice Beam is one of those things. So anyway, we finally get Ice Beam. I am so happy that we finally got a hold of that. Anyway, I want to surf all the way back down this lake. Let's see if I can do it without getting in a wild encounter. Wow, I actually did. Anyway, right around this way, I think is a special area. Oh no, it just loops around. That way is where we want to go, though. So instead, we are going to be going this way, just to make sure we cover all of our bases. I want to explore this entire area because it really is a pain in the butt to navigate. Case in point, wild encounters everywhere. Again, normally I would use a repel, but considering we are trying to catch them all, I'm not going to. I have to apologize to future me having to cut out all of these wild encounters. But anyway, right here is actually another exit to the area. This is actually the Route 13 side of the area. Got Yellow Shard right here, very nice, and I think we also have an item here, Moonstone, very nice. Considering this place was said to have been created by a meteorite falling, makes sense. Anyway, right up here, picking up yet another item with our item finder here. There it is, a max potion. That is definitely appreciated, getting a hold of that. But anyway, upon closer inspection of the area, come right down here, this comes out onto Route 13. And right here, there is a strength boulder that we can push, and it is now a shortcut back to Lacunosa Town, which is really awesome. So that's definitely something worth keeping in mind, especially if you're not too confident about your abilities to take on these guys. Here we have a heart scale, and over here we have a hyper potion. Definitely worth coming out here. Some really good items that you can trade for moves and for good healing in general. But anyway, that's just this little Route 13 front of the Giant Chasm right here, so without further ado, I'm going to head back inside the cave, because we've only explored about a quarter of the cave. And as you can probably tell, this rock right here has a star piece in it. Very nice. Heading on further here, more wild encounters. And here we have another corner of the cave that we can round, and we have to use strength again. This right here makes me very happy, how once you strength a boulder into a hole like that, it stays there permanently, because there will come a time where we will no longer need strength to navigate the world, and that is something I appreciate. I'm almost certain there are other Pokemon we can find in here. We're just not seeing them at the moment. Aha, there's something. I'm almost certain we don't have this yet. This is Jinx, the original controversial Pokemon. Really not much I have to say about it, because I feel like with a Pokemon as infamous as Jinx, everything about it has already been said. And we caught it in one throw, which is definitely appreciated, although I wasn't expecting to. Its cries sound like human speech, however, it is impossible to tell what it is trying to say. Spooky. And funnily enough, we actually caught this thing's pre-evolution Smoochum way back in like episode 3, which means that is yet another evolutionary line complete. None shall pass. Sage's orders. We're standing watch here so our allies don't go AWOL. Sounds like Team Plasma is actually afraid of some treachery here, which is interesting. Right here we have an Ultra Ball. Definitely nice to pick up. And right around here we have yet another Strength Boulder, so let's just push that down and we get a Star Piece, which I think is only good for selling. But, I mean, it's a thing that's there. And is that it? No, there's one more hidden item right around here. I'm assuming it's right across this boulder here. It is an Ice Gem, which is definitely appreciated. Might want to get a super powerful Ice Beam off of that at some point. And that is actually it. We have come full circle, which means we have nothing yet left to do, but head into the main crater area, which is what we are going to be doing right now. I wouldn't be too cruel to end off the episode right here, considering we're probably at about 12 minutes with all the cutting I've had to do. And let's head right out. I'm surprised we had no more wild encounters. And right here. Come here. Wait a sec. He said he wants to talk to them so his old allies won't get hurt. Ah, I will say it as many times as it takes until you understand. Ghetsis' real plan was to take over the Unova region. Liberating Pokémon was nothing more than an excuse. If anything, it would have made Pokémon suffer. Uh-huh. Yeah, that's a pretty speech, Gramps. You fool. We're not going to listen to what a traitor has to say. Well, that didn't work. Hey! Let me through! What are you saying? Looking to get hurt? I'm going to get a stolen Pokemon back. I'm not going to listen to villains like you. Rude, ex-Team Plasma. Why do you have Pokemon by your sides? To protect what's important to you, right? Even if your precious Pokemon get hurt, even if your ideals are damaged, the time to fight is now. You're just a kid. Quit trying to act so cool. Whatever, nobody's getting close to the Plasma Frigate. Wipe them all out! David, as usual, take the other one. Like he said, we're going to crush you along with the traitors, because Team Plasma exists to cause trouble. Yes, indeed, even though Team Plasma, or rather ex-Team Plasma, is trying to convince the current Team Plasma that what they are doing is simply a veil for doing evil deeds, it seems that this Team Plasma is fully aware of their villainy. So we have nothing left to do but try and stop them. This guy is opening up with a Metagross, which is quite insane, actually. Metagross is an extremely powerful Pokemon, and it can actually be encountered in this area, and I'm really, really not looking forward to trying to catch this thing because its catch rate is, in a word, legendary. Anyway, we brought that one down, and up next we have Weavile, which is one of my personal favorite Pokemon, actually. I mean, Sneasel I really liked, and the fact that they gave it an evolution that really fits it so well. I just love the inclusion of Weavile. Nothing more than that. Anyway, down goes Weavile. And, oh Plasma! Glory to Team Plasma! Are your Pokemon okay? You should take these with you. And we get free max revives. I don't know how many. I want to say 3, but I'm not positive. You too. Thanks. I'm passing through. Oh, it looks like their backup has arrived. At times like these, those whose hearts weaken, those whose determination falters, can accomplish nothing. To save our old allies, to protect Unova, we will fight. Both of you, go! No, just a moment. Hugh, was it? About the Pokemon you're looking for. In all likelihood, it is in the possession of the Shadow Triad, the Dark Warriors who appear silently. Got it. If I rescue it, that helps you guys absolve your guilt, doesn't it? Guess I'll help you out. At that time, I believed we were on the side of justice. By serving my king, N, I was going to make a world without war. But I was conceited, and I couldn't see the unhappiness we were causing. That's why I can't let it happen again. Really feels like we're seeing a change in Hugh over the course of our journey. Right here we have a Razor Claw, which is pretty awesome. If you equip it to a Sneasel and level it up at night, it will evolve into Weavile, which is awesome. So I'd like to take the rest of this episode to explore what little of the Giant Chasm we can actually access. We cannot access... Wow, voice crack. We cannot access nearly all of this area quite yet. But if we do manage to drive Team Plasma out of this place, we will be able to explore the rest. But anyway, heading right over here, we have Ice Physics. Hoo boy, who's excited for Ice Physics? Yeah, not many of you, as I would expect. Anyway, heading right over here, as you can see, we have the Plasma Frigate right here. There's nowhere else for us to go but to board the ship. And that is what we will be doing next time. So, this past episode, the 100th episode of Pokemon Blaze Black 2, we came here to the Giant Chasm. And I think you will all agree with me that we have kickstarted a grand finale for the ages. And next time, we will be continuing said finale. So without further ado, thank you all for watching, and I will see you guys next time.